starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Betty. Wisconsin's spring election is now just 4 days away. And next Tuesday, Oneida County residents will have a chance to vote on a referendum which proposes $500,000 in cuts to county programs to fund local infrastructure instead. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson explains.
It's definitely something that has to happen one way or the other. It's understandable, but it's very unfortunate in either way.
As a city council member, Tom Barnett knows tough decisions need to be made sometimes. While he's not in the decision-making process behind the upcoming county referendums, he'll be at the polls April 6th. One question on the ballot will determine whether $500,000 worth of county programs will be cut to pay for infrastructure. Programs that could be crucial to people that are struggling right now.
We got a lot of lower income people who are struggling to make ends meet now anyway, especially with the pandemic coming in and laying people off, and people aren't making as much money. It's really a no-win situation, but it's a situation that has to come about.
On the other side of things is Stephen Schreier, an Oneida County Board Supervisor. Recently, Schreier heard from the leaders of programs that will potentially get cut.
We have all of our departments come and explain, what their budgetary needs are, if they've been asked to make cuts, where they're going to make those cuts from.
Specific programs on the chopping block have not been named yet, but Schreier believes the county could have found an alternative.
Probably was premature to go to referendum on these things when we may be seeing, lots of savings identified by departments that we still haven't calculated in.
In the end, Barnett feels for the county, but ultimately it's in the residents' hands.
Obviously, the voters are going to speak when they go to vote, and I think it was actually a good thing that they put up two options in a referendum as opposed to just saying this is what we're going to do.
Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Morgan Johnson.
The ballot question of cutting county programs is non-binding, meaning it'll be only to inform the county board on what type of decision to make. Again, that election is scheduled for Tuesday. Outside, Jeff, we're all looking forward to a warm weekend.
This is going to be good. Temperatures in the 50s out there right now. Tomorrow, mid-60s are back in the forecast. Right now in Plover, though, a little bit of high clouds out there currently. They'll get out of here pretty quickly tonight. All right, temperatures are hanging out near 50 in Rhinelander, 51 for Wausau, 52 for Paca. It's comfy, but look to the west. Warmer temperatures to the west of us now. In fact, look at these Midwest temperatures right now. 70s across the plains and a few 80s in there as well. We're not going to go for 70, but mid-60s are back in the forecast tomorrow and for Sunday. All right, there's that band of clouds out there now pushing out of here very quickly. We'll keep things partly cloudy skies for tonight. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy and not as cool, with low temperatures down near 33. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. Over the last couple of weeks, many national health leaders have warned that we may see a spike in COVID-19 cases as more people travel during spring break. And that appears to be happening here in Wisconsin. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports 875 new confirmed cases. That's the most in about 2 months. It raises our 7-day rolling average to 531. DHS also reports 8 new deaths today, which raises our rolling average slightly to 5, which is still less than any point between, say, mid-September and mid-March. In our 12-county north central Wisconsin region, DHS reports 15 people are in the hospital with COVID-19 and 4 of those in the ICU. That's about where we have been over the last couple weeks. By the end of the day today, over 3 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine will have been distributed across Wisconsin, and we are averaging about 50,000 doses given out per day over the last week. By the way, real-life studies show the vaccines have been working, so most of the people, not all, but most of the people getting sick have not yet been vaccinated. In fact, if you are fully vaccinated, the CDC, the national organization, says it is okay for you to travel. According to the newly released guidelines, the agency says fully vaccinated people also do not need to get tested before or after traveling domestically and do not need to quarantine after travel. However, if you want to travel abroad to countries that are accepting U.S. citizens, the CDC recommends people still get tested and have a negative result before returning to the U.S. However, you do not need to quarantine if you are vaccinated. The CDC continues to stress, regardless of your vaccination status, to continue to wear masks on all forms of public transportation where you're kind of cramped in. Wisconsin remains among the top states in the country for its COVID-19 vaccine rollout, but state health officials also stress the importance, like the national leaders, of wearing a mask until more people get vaccinated. They say despite the state's mask mandate officially being lifted, people should still be wearing masks to help decrease the spread of the virus. Wisconsin DHS officials attribute the state's recent spike to COVID-19 case variants, which they say are more aggressive and spread more easily. However, they say both masks and the vaccines have proven effective against these new variants.
And then all we have to do is look at this past influenza season or the lack thereof to understand how effective masking is in preventing transmission of these infectious viruses during their seasons, whether it's influenza or, for the last year, the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now, they warn if we're not careful, we could see another wave of cases. However, they are optimistic about our long-term outlook when it comes to the pandemic.
As long as we wear our mask right now, we stay distanced, and we don't cause a spike in COVID cases, you'll see a gradual return to normal over the next several months as vaccination rates increase.
Since Wisconsin removed its statewide mask mandate, some communities and businesses have created their own. We'll have more on that coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6. In an effort to increase the number of vaccine doses available, the FDA has approved 2 changes to Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine rollout. First, the agency has authorized vaccinators to try to extract a maximum of 11 doses out of vials instead of the 10 previously permitted, meaning people could get slightly smaller doses. It's also given Moderna clearance to produce larger vials that contain up to 15 doses. Now, the FDA says these changes will help get the vaccine into more arms and more communities, speed up the process. However, officials warn without proper syringes and needles, it may be difficult to actually get more than 13 doses from the 15-dose vials or more than 10 out of the current vials. Today, almost 3 months to the day since the attack at the Washington Capitol, there was another deadly incident in D.C. Capitol Police say a man hit and killed an officer before driving his car into a security barricade at the Capitol complex this afternoon. Alice Barr has the latest.
For the second time in less than 3 months, a U.S. Capitol Police officer has died in the line of duty. Officer William Evans had been with the department for 18 years. Investigators say he and another officer were hit by a car, the driver ramming into them and then a barricade at a security checkpoint outside the Capitol. The Capitol Police acting chief says the suspect, identified as 25-year-old Noah Green of Indiana, then jumped out of the car with a knife.
The suspect did start lunging toward U.S. Capitol Police officers, at which time U.S. Capitol Police officers fired upon the suspect.
That suspect pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators say he was not known to the Capitol Police. They're searching for a motive. Congress is in recess, so lawmakers were not here. The acting chief of D.C. Metropolitan Police says the threat appears to have passed, and a lockdown at the Capitol was lifted after roughly 2 hours.
At this time, it does not appear to be an ongoing threat. Obviously, we're in the very early stages of our investigation.
Coming so soon after the January 6th siege, when an angry mob stormed the Capitol, killing one officer. The incident is a devastating blow to the beleaguered Capitol Police Department.
This has been an extremely difficult time for U.S. Capitol Police after the events of January 6th and now the events that have occurred here today. So I ask that you keep our U.S. Capitol Police family in your thoughts and prayers.
A burst of violence underscoring the ongoing risk to this building and the men and women sworn to protect it.
That's Alice Barr reporting. As mass shootings start to become a problem again in the U.S., some state legislatures are looking to change gun control or gun rights laws. We'll show you how Wisconsin's state leaders are looking to potentially work it into the state budget in a few minutes. But first, Jeff's in with your full weekend forecast. You're watching Newswatch 12. We're proud to serve Prentice and folks all across the North Woods of Wisconsin.
Cartridge City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation, along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Tomahawk Sports Center is Northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop for UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats and motors, watercraft, docks, and waterfront equipment. See our tremendous deals now on the Lumacraft boats, engineered for optimal lift, strength, and fuel economy, resulting in a softer, quieter, and drier ride. We are a family-run business with a long history of personal service before and after the sale. Tomahawk Sports Center services all of our products and others with our full-service service department. Head to Tomahawk Sports Center now for great deals on the Lumacraft boats.
All right, show of hands. Who is ready for some 60s and sunshine? I see lots of hands going up in there. Tomorrow it's on the way, but today is 4/2/21, right? But tomorrow is 4/3/21. So we're geek out there for a second, but tomorrow's the final countdown, 4/3/21. But today, the fire danger is extraordinarily high this weekend. Low humidity, gusty winds, dry conditions, and no vegetation yet has it very high across the area. Be careful if you're burning, and in fact, just put it off for now until we get some more moisture around here. Okay, today, no moisture for us. We do have a little bit of cloud cover out there right now, though some high clouds kind of streaming through. They're not going to bug anybody tonight, but they will make for a beautiful sunset this evening. But look what temperatures are doing. We're hanging out in the upper 40s to low 50s out there now with a south wind near 14, and the pressure is falling slightly at the airport in Rhinelander. Over in Wausau, you are in the 50s. Congratulations. With a southeast wind, though, at 21. It'll get a little gusty out there, right? And dew points. Oh, the dew points at 15. Again, this is like Phoenix air out there today as the air is very dry across our neck of the woods. All right, so we're all having an above average day today. 49 in Tomahawk, 51 for Marshfield, 52 for Paca. It's comfy out there, but just you wait. Warmer temperatures are on the way. Tomorrow we're back up in the 60s, and then Easter, same story. All right, so to the west of us now, the heat is building. 71 here in Sioux Falls right now, 82 in North Platte. Now, no 70s or 80s for you just yet, but warmer temperatures are coming, 60s tomorrow, and pretty much lingering into and through much of next week. So here we go. Tomorrow, 64, 63 for Sunday. A couple of rain showers back in the forecast for Monday, followed by 60s early next week as well. And if you are sniffling, tomorrow's going to be a thing again. The tree pollen is getting up there right now. Next up is grass pollen, probably in a couple weeks from now. So right now it's just the tree stuff floating out there in the air. Okay, there's that band of clouds coming across the area now. Again, it's not going to bug anybody, but it will make for a great sunset this evening. And then lots of clear skies are back in the forecast for us tomorrow. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and still a bit breezy. Low temperatures down near 33, with a south wind they still could gust overnight near 15 to 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, all right, let's just take this in. Mostly sunny and really nice out tomorrow. 64 for the forecast high. A couple of you could get close to 70. That's going to be a stretch, though, with a southwest wind near 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a beautiful weekend. There is Easter, 63. More clouds on Sunday, though. Our next weather system gets in here on Monday with some light rain showers through the afternoon. afternoon. Not really a big deal at all. And then Tuesday, we're dry, followed by a wet, slow-moving system getting in here next week, Wednesday into Thursday. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. This week, Wisconsin state legislators met with Attorney General Josh Kaul to discuss universal background checks for firearm purchases in the state. As part of the budget proposal he put forward earlier this year, Governor Evers put forth this proposal to close what he calls the gun show loophole.
The problem is our laws are written in a way that allows a small percentage of firearm purchases to avoid the background check process. So people who are not allowed to legally obtain a firearm can try to get one in a way that doesn't require them to go through that same background check.
Kaul highlighted additional concerns of the pandemic causing, you might consider, triggers of violence, exacerbating mental health crises, increasing social isolation. Advocates of the change say would not affect the purchasing process for the majority of firearm owners. It would help reduce the cost of gun violence in Wisconsin.
This is a crisis, and it's a crisis of enormous magnitude. And it's costing the state billions of dollars.
Supporters say closing the so-called loophole would be more about enforcing existing gun laws rather than adding requirements or restrictions. Opponents obviously are opposed to any changes to gun rules or anything that makes it more difficult to acquire guns. This proposal, by the way, unlikely to make it into the GOP's version of the budget, which should be released later this spring or early summer. Two candidates are preparing to face off on the ballot next week in a race for state superintendent. At a virtual luncheon, a controversial proposition led to a serious debate regarding school sports. We'll have more on that after the break.
Dateline tonight, a blazing fire, a burning suspicion.
You're dealing with a murder. There's something about the investigation that stinks.
The secrets of a marriage hidden in the ashes. Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
Freedom!
And shoot. Once again.
Sorry, Colin. I have to sneeze.
St. Vincent and your host, Daniel Kaluuya. Never that.
Menards has what you need to create your ideal yard. Check out Menards' great selection of Turf Champ grass seed. It's great for overseeding or seeding new lawns. 3-pound bags of Sunny or Shade Mix are $4.99 after 11% rebate. Attract a wide variety of birds to your newly seeded backyard paradise with black oil sunflower seed. A 50-pound bag is $17.99 after sale price and 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly seared filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA-free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com.
The two remaining candidates in the race for Wisconsin State Superintendent held a virtual luncheon today at Milwaukee Press Club. The candidates spoke on a bunch of concerns in the previous school year, mostly reopening schools, how they say they would have handled the controversial decisions. They also took a question on another recent topic, banning trans students from school sports.
And I want to play against other biological women and girls. I don't think it's fair to have competition that does otherwise.
That's Deborah Kerr saying again she would support bills that allow co-ed sports, but supports excluding trans students in gendered competition. Jill Underley called Kerr's response transphobic, highlighting the kind of discrimination she says she plans to address.
Kids need to feel safe in their schools. They need to feel seen and heard, and trans kids are kids.
That's, plain and simple. And they deserve, they deserve to feel safe and welcome in our school.
Underley says she wants to make sure students are welcome and a part of every school community. The election for state superintendent again will be next Tuesday, April 6th. It's time now for our second ever edition of My 2 Cents, where a viewer had some thoughts on our attire here at Newswatch 12. But we begin with some concerns over last week's debut edition of My 2 Cents.
To listen to your messages, press L. I just watched your segment with your 2 cents, and I feel it was the biggest waste of time ever. I wish you had closed captioning.
I watched your very first 2 cents. Thought it was quite odd that we had a very, very difficult time understanding what was going on with Justin.
All right, so I'm here at the green screen where Jeff usually does weather in an empty studio. So I'll take off my mask in just a minute. But first I want to prove that our audio issues last week were not really mask-related. They were admittedly still my fault. There were a settings issue on my computer, which I think we have solved. So hopefully the rest of this week's segment you should hear crisply.
I just wanted to say that the male staff that are on the air dress professional with suits and ties, but I feel that the women should dress more professional as well, like wearing a blazer or a sweater over short sleeves.
Okay, so here's the thing. Guys have it a lot easier when it comes to what they can wear on air. When I started in TV 13 years ago, I had maybe 2 or 3 suits, a handful of dress shirts in white or blue, and a handful more ties, mostly hand-me-downs from my dad and my grandparents. And that was enough because guys can wear basically the same thing on air almost every day, and no one knows or cares. Girls have it a lot harder. Society cares a lot more about what they look like, and there's not one type of outfit that everyone agrees upon. They can't just buy a tie and change the look. They need to buy a bunch of outfits, which gets expensive, especially for younger reporters like we often have here. And they have to decide for themselves if a certain dress is appropriate on air or not. And frankly, we don't want to get too involved in telling our female reporters what they should wear on air. We think they dress very appropriately and professionally. And more importantly, I think their work is very good here on Newswatch 12. Now these days, as a news anchor in a high-profile area like the Northwoods of Wisconsin, my look is meticulously crafted by a team of stylists and fashion consultants who I happen to live with. Let me give you a look at our process. Hey kids, what color should Daddy wear today?
Blue, pink. Blue, pink.
All right, so how we go? Blue suit and a pink tie?
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much the process. But anyway, thank you for calling. And if you want to make your voice heard on your 2 cents, give us a call at 715-365-8812. It's extension 319. Again, 715-365-8812, extension 319. We'll be right back.
Hop on over to the Easter Weekend Beat the Clock sale, Friday, Saturday, and Monday at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get big savings on our top looks store-wide, plus no interest financing for 5 years, and bonus discounts up to an extra 10% off our sale prices at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes starting at only $38,900. All prices include delivery and setup anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams a reality.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Go with the flow at Dvorak's Docks. Flow from Dvorak's Docks is installed by trained in-house employees. That's right, no subcontractors needed, so your shoreline setup is guaranteed. Get flow from Dvorak's Docks by calling 275-DOC.
There's a splash of surprise in every Wisconsin Lottery scratch game. Like WOW, the new $10 number match game, featuring a chance to win double the prize with a WOW symbol or instantly win $30 for every binocular symbol revealed. A chance to win up to 25 times and a top prize of $75,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Hop on over to the Easter Weekend Beat the Clock sale, Friday, Saturday, and Monday at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get savings of up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus no interest financing for 12 months and delivery within 5 days. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Jeff, I think a lot of folks looking forward to getting outside this weekend.
Yeah, the weekend is here. It's been a weather week for sure. It's now safe to use your outside voice like she is, right? And have a great weekend. It's going to be great weather with temperatures tomorrow back up in the 60s. Right now, though, not so much. We're at 49 in Rhinelander, 47 for Antigo, 48 for Point, 51 for Marshfield. So you get what's going on, right? Temperatures near 50 today. But look to the west. Those yellows out there are getting closer, and we have warmer air on the way. Outside also on the way is a little bit of cloud cover passing through the area. Now, a bit unexpected, but still, this will make for a beautiful sunset tonight, and we have lots of clear skies back in the forecast for tomorrow before some more clouds get in here on Sunday. All right, your forecast for tonight then is looking good. Tomorrow 64, Sunday 63, which by the way, don't forget it's Easter. And then a bit of rain showers are back in the forecast for us on Monday. We need that rain as the fire danger is very high out there right now, most likely through the weekend into early parts of next week.
And after the weekend, still not a huge drop-off in the temperature department.
50s back there. We're looking pretty good.
I like it. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.